As a physician who researched vaccines, I helped write a protocol on a vaccine at USAMRIID when I was there in my Army days. I've followed the development of these vaccines very carefully, especially as we received real-world data from the widespread vaccination population. The 3 vaccines that are being used in the United States are remarkably effective at preventing the infection and transmission of COVID-19. Over 150 million people have received at least one vaccine dose. More than 115 million are fully vaccinated, with more being vaccinated every day. The results are incredibly clear. The CDC issued guidelines. The CDC's guidelines were that if you are vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask inside a building. Dr. Moynihan very quickly had a knee-jerk response to that, using his medical decision-making, and said, yeah, you know what? You don't need to wear a mask inside a committee room. Within 4 days, he had reversed his opinion and said, wait a minute, sorry, you can get into an elevator without a mask on with as many people as you want and not social distance, but you have to wear a mask inside a committee room. I want to know what data changed in those 4 days that his medical decision-making changed. Or was there influence from people who just want to continue to exert control? I'll be having a conversation later with Dr. Moynihan to figure that out. Obviously, I think that that's an issue, and so we'll take that up with Dr. Moynihan. I'd like to take an issue with at least the implications of some of the comments made by my colleagues across the aisle. Democrats hate bonuses. I mean, they hate them. They hate when innovation is rewarded. They want equity of outcomes. Right? That's the big push from progressives. And that's why President Biden is considering giving away these companies' intellectual property on messenger RNA technology. Can't have these American companies making billions of dollars off of the technology that they've been working on for decades. But oh, by the way, it's okay if we give it to China. Let's let them take it and let their pharmaceutical companies make billions of dollars. Let's let their state enterprises subsidize those companies and put American companies out of business. Great idea. Let's put our pharmacologic biomedical research guys out of business by sharing the very technology that's made them distinct. Great idea. Not a great idea. Look at Motorola. They went to do business in China. They were forced to share their intellectual property on cell towers with the Chinese government. They gave that technology to Huawei. That company was worth about $11 billion in 1992. In 2011, I think, 2009, they were scrapped for $900 million because Huawei stole the technology and with funding from the Chinese government, put that American company out of business. 50,000 Americans lost their jobs. You want that happening in our biotech industry? President Biden, you want that in our biotech industry? You're going to share the intellectual property, the efforts of hundreds of American scientists. Just give that away to the Chinese Communist Party. And oh, by the way, also very concerning, worse than all of that, messenger RNA has a dual-use national security implication. And if biology is a war-fighting domain, and the Chinese have said it is, handing them this technology on a silver platter is a threat to national security. And yet, here we are thinking about sharing the intellectual property of these companies, interestingly enough, who have gotten assistance from the American taxpayer. This industry is a proud American innovative industry. It needs to be protected. Yes, we need better vaccine distribution globally to help people who are hurting. I'm the ranking member of Western Hemisphere on Foreign Affairs, and we need, China is out there giving away its ineffective vaccine, trying to steal relationships, compelling Paraguay to deny its relationships with Taiwan, so that they can get the vaccine. China trading the lives of people for, disrespect to Taiwan, their political endeavor. And here we are talking about sharing our intellectual property on messenger RNA technology with China. Ludicrous. I yield.